Hi viewers, welcome to this video on KCSE 2022 revision, and the first question here reads: solve the equation 3 log 4 minus log x equals to log into bracket x minus 12, and you are awarded 4 marks when you solve it correctly. Okay, so let's get to the solution bit now. Solution. Now when you want to solve this problem, the first thing you need to recall are the laws of logarithms. Okay, and there are three main laws of logarithms, and we shall invoke one or two depending on the nature of this question. So let's get started. All right, so we have 3 log 4 minus log x is equals to log into bracket x minus 12. Okay, so the third law of logarithm says that if you have a number in front of a log, you can just take it up here to be the power of this number, which is 4. So shall have log of 4 to the power 3 minus log of x equals to log of x minus 12. Okay, now this is like log of 64 minus log of x equals to log of x minus 12. Okay, so the second law says that if you have a subtraction, then that is like a division. So of the two numbers whose logs were subtracted, so that is equals to log x minus 12, right? So we can drop the logs, and now we have 64 over x equals to x minus 12. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation involving x. Can solve this quadratic equation very quickly. So we have x squared minus 12x minus 64 when we rearrange, and we can see that this is x squared minus 16x plus 4x. I'm using factor method, equals to 0. So I can factor x out after grouping these two and these two. I can factor x out. I have x minus 16. Then I factor 4 out here. I have x minus 16. Since x minus 16 is common, so I will pick x plus 4 and x minus 16 into bracket, then equal to 0. So either x plus 4 equals to 0 or x minus 16 is 0, therefore x equals to minus 4 or x equals to 16. Alright, so the value of x is what we were told to determine from this particular problem. So there are two values of x, but one of them is valid. So the one which is valid is x equals to 16, because log of a negative number doesn't exist. Okay, so the answer is that one, right? Next question here we have make x the subject of the formula. You have square root of, under the square root you have 2x plus r, quantity square over 4, and that is equals to x plus r, which we are given 3 marks. Okay, now the solution of this one. Okay, so whenever you have a radical, you need to get rid of that, and we can square both sides to get rid of that radical. So we have 2x plus r quantity square, and we had a square root here, then over 4. Remember, this 4 is not part of the square, so but it's covered by the square root. So what we are going to do is to square both sides, and that is we are going to get rid of this radical symbol. So that means we square both sides, and so on the left hand side we shall have 2x plus r squared over 4, and on the right hand side we have x plus r squared. So expanding, we have 4x squared plus 4xr plus r squared. Make sure you're good in expanding this. X squared plus 2xr plus r squared. That's what you have when you expand. This is, you know, a trivial quadratic expression, and in terms of expansion, so you have 4x squared plus 4xr plus r squared equals to 4x squared when you distribute 4 across on the right hand side. And then we have this term and this term gonna cancel because they are the same, and we also need to put this and that together, and this and that together, right? So we shall be left with 0 on the left hand side. We take everything to the other side and we subtract. Okay, so we have 4xr, that is when we take away 4xr from 8xr, and then we will have 4r squared minus r squared. That means we have 3r squared. Alright, so we want to make x the subject of the formula, so remember, so we have 3r squared is equals to 4xr, so we say by 4r and by 4r, so x is nothing but 3r squared over 4r, and this is like 3r over 4, so x is equals to 3 over 4r, right? And that's how it's done. So hope this video has been of great help to you. Make sure you carry out your revision properly in bid to anticipating success in your KCSE. Thank you.